Owa. Owa, 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 owa. Owa, owa. Hopefully everything works. Hopefully everything works. So, we're gonna go to the Just Chatting Soon screen for a minute. And we're gonna see if we can summon up our amazing guest for the night. Editor Zen, you know what to do. Please edit out this pre-stream introduction. Oh god. Saying introduction a different way made me think of ducks. But anywho, how you Jade? How you doing? uh we're getting back to one of my favorite series. So, in this stream tonight, we're going to be interviewing the wonderful, the amazing Hookening. And while we wait, do have a few brief announcements to make. So, next month, we're going to be going into preparation for the 24-hour stream for the Streamiversary. On top of that, don't know how next week is looking stream-wise yet. Still trying to pace it out. Hopefully Editor Zen remembers to cut this all out and just skips right to the interview, because being good fox. Zen Zen, cute and adorable. If Foxo disagrees, no egg. But what about chicken nuggets? Alright, let me see if we can summon... Ready when you are. Boop. There we go. Still, no nuggies either. What do you mean no nut? Next you're gonna say there's no Beppis. Such evil. Such evil. Let me close this for a minute. Such evil. Polar evil. What, Polar? That is extra long. By the way, does anyone want a peep? Went to the grocery store and may have bought some peeps. Peeps, anyone? Ow. So, with that said, while we wait, hides Beppis, don't worry about it. That's an adequate reason. Given your track of trying to poison me with, sugar water, or, fuck, what's that drink? Carbonated water? Know that a few months ago was taking a giant dump on it, but now can't remember. Polar, do you remember that drink? Is that the amazing, wonderful Neon? Neon, how you doing? We're currently in a slight comfy introduction slash, well, I guess you could call this a random announcement segment. And also, boop. Do you get Okami?
I knew one of them was.
No.
I felt like it's out of me. Out of anyone, it's gonna be me.
You don't need to get
I had
Okami.
a bad feeling in my gut that it was a
Stupid fucking shit.
You had a bad feeling in your gut. See, normally when you get that, that's a good thing to listen to. In my case, unsure about that one. And more importantly, while we wait, chat, are you all ready for huggies? Who's ready for a huggy wuggy? Let me get Fugi Tech up. So that way it can summon... Owa, owa. There we go. Yuto! Yuto, you... Meryl?
Yo,
Hook, how you doing?
I am doing good.
Let me take a second to summon you onto the stage. You woke me up.
I did?
Oh no, it was... Don't know why, but for some reason thought good idea to get into a blanket burrito, and the power of comfy is being a bit too strong.
Oh, well, you have me on here, so it's either I'm going to give you an extra comfy thing, or I'm just gonna keep you on your toes.
If anything, kinda like the randomness, you know? It's a fun gambit. Also, boop! Let's get you behind your podium.
Hey, what's up, Neon? Oh, I should probably change my PNG.
Ah. But how was your stream?
It was good. We did a little game called Bobbity.
Neon saying careful, you're unpredictable. Yeah, but unpredictable makes things fun.
I mean, for the most part, yes.
Trust me. Remember, Neon, in your interview, we burned down a few of the stages. Or at least Zen Zen did.
There we go. I changed to
We're gonna have,
somewhat good PNG.
have to make you a little bit larger. There you go. You got your podium, and you also have Beppis under there.
We
want...
want the dragon back. I am the dragon.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. What's gonna say voice wise? We want her. Let's start off by getting the links up. And then real quick, while Zen Zen does that, would you like to introduce yourself to our chat?
I am Hook at Hookening everywhere. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, itch.io, World Anvil, where I make a bunch of stuff like games. I made a demo for my visual novel. I made lore for my game. Or, excuse me, I made for lore for, myself, and I'm representing that lore. And, yeah, I'm doing everything.
See, that's impressive. You're one of multiple talents.
I guess you can say I'm a jack of all trades, but I'm pretty sure I'm a master of none of them.
See, sometimes though being a jack of all trades can be quite nice. At least that way you're not trying to reach out for people and outsource.
True. I kind of like to do my own thing. The only thing I really suck at is music in general, though I'm pretty sure I need practice for that.
Yeah. Still. For the first question though, would like to ask, what inspired your lore and what inspired your model?
My lore and what?
And your model.
I'm sorry. What was that again?
Your model, your avatar.
Oh, okay. Well, fun fact, I was supposed to be the Starman that was, not Starman, but like this Dead Space inspired suit. But instead I switched over to this model because one, this is my third revision model before I had like the other two. Let's see. I had what you probably been seeing is the purple Drakain. That's like one of the many variants in my lore.
Very impressive. Though, if anything, definitely I'm kind of curious because if I read right, you made you made your own model and everything. How long did it take you to make?
Uh, well, I mean, Vroid kind of helped me out a bit, but design-wise, it took me a little bit, especially with the scales, because I'm not very good with textures.
Hmm. If anything, always hearing it's the textures that always seems to catch at least everyone once. Which, essentially speaking, leads to what was the easy parts of making the model? Like,
Oh, definitely modeling and somewhat rigging. But like texturing wise, it's not only just texturing, but it's also having to deal with uh the UV edits, which if you don't know, if you move a UV on like a model, like for instance Blender, if you move it
hmm.
around, the texture on the model will start moving. So
Oh,
you have to deal with that.
oh,
And if those who don't know about Vroid, the textures are kind of all over the place, so you have to kind of work it out as best as you can.
hmm, not bad. And then you said the textures were one of the hard parts. But what would you say was your most challenging aspect of making the model?
Oh, probably like design it so it's like pops up more, but the more I'm looking at it, the more it's doesn't really pop up. So I'm kind of having another revision on it. But
Hmm.
instead of that, I'm gonna be working with making my own model without Vroid.
Oh, wait, are you gonna be drawing it from scratch up or?
Modeling it from
Ye-
scratch up.
Oh, see, that sounds like a fun project. Meanwhile, wait, someone in chat has popcorn.
Oh yeah, Neon's enjoying the talk here.
Yeah. Still, for the most part, though, guess the next question would ultimately be, so what inspired you to get into content creation or streaming?
Well, it all started in 2009.
Huh. Knew you were.
Uh, and this was. Oh, go on. Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. Knew you were in the game for a bit, for quite a bit. But, huh. Time flies, don't it?
Kinda. Considering that you're kind of like beating your head into the brick wall and nothing's changing for those many years.
True. But we'll definitely say, in the time that have known you, you have made some pretty damn good progress.
I'm attempting to.
Yeah.
But as far as like what inspired me, this was back when before PewDiePie, before Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, I believe. Like any of those big named YouTubers were there. There was like some of the small ones that left for, college or maybe they just want to move on with their life. There was like three or four of them that I believe are no longer. I'm saying making it sound like they're dead, but like I'm pretty sure they're not dead. They're just moving on with their lives.
Yeah,
But
they've
I know
just.
one
Hmm.
who is named Games Are Sucks, who is now a VTuber. But last time I checked, he was cosplaying as Leon Kennedy,
Huh.
which I find funny.
Huh. You don't tend to see that very often, but, definitely Leon is a good choice to go with.
It is, but uh, as far as like anything else with like content creation, just uh, as far as seeing those, uh, probably one of the other ones is Soccer Dude 97, I believe.
Hmm.
I believe he's not even making any content. There's some videos that I have way back when that's like behind the scenes of Soccer Dude that you can probably search up, and it'll just tell you like, oh, this is like a long time ago. Like you can count the pixels on my Dazzle device. If anyone knows about the Dazzle recorder,
See,
and they'll
that sounds familiar. Dazzle recorder.
yes.
Oh. Huh. I've heard of this before, but I've never seen it in action.
It's doable, but it's quite uh it's quite I don't want to say unusable, but it's quite chaotic because sometimes it would like record and sometimes it may not, or
Hmm.
maybe it would crash on you. Who knows?
Yeah, that it looks like a very interesting thing to use, but huh.
I'm not even sure if they make them anymore.
If anything, for the most part, probably not, given that it looks like it's gone rather the way of the dinosaur to a degree, but who knows, nowadays there might still be one or two places still making it.
Who knows?
Still. So, essentially speaking, would like to ask next, when it comes to streaming, what were the what are some of your top 3 favorite games that you have played so far?
Uh, let's see. My recent one I played and just enjoying is Kenshi.
Hmm. Ah. Now what about it are you enjoying?
Uh, well, first off, the progression system on that. Basically, you need to train yourself in order to become better.
Hmm.
Like, there's no leveling points. There's no, like, you grab this and you level yourself up. No, you have to like be out there and get your butt kicked.
Ah. Now, if anything on a difficulty scale, this is definitely probably a cliche thing to compare it to, but on a difficulty scale between Dark Souls and Animal Crossing, where on the scale would you place it?
Above Dark Souls.
Oh shit, we're going above?
Yep.
Well,
This is the type of game that you, uh, you, you're nobody. You're not even worth the spit of dirt on the ground you stand on.
huh. Definitely an interesting way to put it, especially because at least Dark Souls treats you a little bit better than that. It's kicking you to the ground. Now you become the ground that you're getting kicked onto. Huh.
Yep.
Though, leads to the next question though. If you had to decide, what would be the ultimate things that make a game good or even let's say replayable per
Oh, we
se?
didn't get to the or
Oh,
the other two games.
yeah, the other two. My bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Uh, the other game that kind of holds close to my heart is Body Harvest. It's an N64 game. It's like the grandfather of GTA games.
Huh. Knew heard of that one before. Was like, wait, kind of remember that back in the 64 days.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And
see,
then, what's up?
now, essentially speaking though, what did you like about that game?
Uh, honestly, I the fact that it's like one of the games that you could like you kind of have a time limit on yourself and it kind of progresses as you play.
Hmm.
And I mean the amount of lives you save, because if you start, killing people like in any other GTA game, then you're going to lose.
Huh. See, this is also sounding like one of the... It's definitely sounding like it's more up there in difficulty, but it also sounds like a fun old time.
It's like from Animal Crossing to Dark Souls, it's a little bit in the middle. It's more actiony.
Ah. Okay, so this game... Okay, can definitely kind of see that. Taking a slight peek. Huh. And then, for your third game.
My third game, honestly, probably Bloodborne. Like
Ah.
I don't have a lot of favorite games, but if I have to choose something, I would probably choose Bloodborne.
And then, of course, for the third round of which parts did you like about it?
The fact that uh besides the combat and stuff, it's like choosing what you can do, and like the eldritch horrors that you encounter. Like I just vibe with the Victorian era with eldritch. Like it's just something you don't see often, but when you do, it's like the chef's kiss.
Ah, the fact that they don't always have it in your face and then it just comes up and you get that, either that boss or that creature. You get to savor the flavor for a bit and then you keep looking for that next time.
Yep. Real quick, I think I need to set my internet up because you keep breaking in and out. All
Ah, alrighty.
right, I'll be right back.
Otes cookies and peeps.
A
We also have peeps because at the store near me they're on sale. Would you like some cookies or peeps?
probably not the cookies, considering the sugar cookies they make now aren't that good.
Oh no, if anything, these were handmade from the kitchen of Zen. The peeps were the ones that were store bought. But yeah, you can't really beat 10 packets of peeps for $5.
That sounds like a gonna half wouldn't happen.
Oh, gonna be eating peeps for a week. Ah. But Hook, how is the audio? Is it
It's
better?
it is good now.
Yay! Was wondering, was like, wait, because also I've been noticing my internet's been kind of wonky. Ah, but welcome back. We have hugs ready
A
for you.
uh
uh, so where did we leave off?
the favorite games.
The third favorite game.
I already said it was Bloodborne.
Bloodborne, the Eldritch creatures. So back to it. If you had to pick qualities or things of a game that make it replayable or truly enjoyable, what would you pick?
Um, well, first off, it depends on how replayable it is and how accessible it can be.
Hmm.
Like, certain runs and games. I'm gonna choose Dark Souls because one, it's a lot more simpler and people know about it. Dark
Hmm.
Souls, you can have like any sort of build you want. You can go any direction you want to go, and that would probably include Elden Ring too. That would probably be a better option, since You know, again, people know about it. You can choose your own like stuff. You can choose your own items and whatnot. And what I mean about the accessibility, I mean there are some games like Pacific Drive, for instance, that have that accessibility issue or uh, accessibility where you go into the menus and you notice, oh, I can turn fuel on or off. I can turn on storms. I can turn this on or this off. I can do whatever I want to make it either challenging or just a walk in the park.
Eee. See, that's nice that the game for games that have these options. Also, real quick, since we bring up since Dark Souls is gonna be kind of a topic that or a game that haunts us a bit. You want to know something kind of funny?
What's up?
So for Ornstein and Smo, they actually have a way that you could cheese the fuck out of them. So,
do tell.
Essentially speaking, you know how in the room before you have like the two large knights, and then you have the one fucker on the stairs who's gonna be firing like pot shots at you with their arrows, right?
Yes.
So first you're gonna take out the large guys, and then you're gonna get within the archery guy's crusading range and make him go into melee mode. Now, you're gonna want to have nothing in your hands for this, so no weapons. Basically, lure the guy or kite the guy to the boss door. Now, you're gonna have to parry his melee attack, which basically means you're going to fondle their balls. And what happens is, during the animation, your character takes a step back, and you enter the boss room without entering the boss room, thus triggering Ornstein and Smo.
Oh.
So, because the boss gate never considers you have gone through, that gate stays closed, but technically the boss is aggroed to you, and it's going to try to kill you through the door, which you can toss dung at it, you could fire arrows at it when they attack through the door. Phase 1, there will always be a part of the boss that comes through during attacks. Phase 2, when they fuse, it's the same diff. They're still aggroed. So, you could take out the infamous duo without even needing to fully step into their chamber.
That is hilarious.
Just imagine now a little fox standing at Ornstein and Smower's door and just flinging dung.
It sounds like the sort of glitch you find with the man-eaters and Demon Souls, the old one.
Eee. And the best part is, even Elden Ring has graced us with a cheese. It's the Mimic tier.
Oh.
Because there's items in the game that you could equip that increase your aggro, and the Mimic will copy every item down to a T. So, essentially speaking, you give it all the aggro increase items, you give it a Great Shield, and you give it the Blood Fang. And then you Mimic tier real quick, take off the aggro items off you, so the boss is aggro to the Mimic tier, and then you just kick the shit out of any boss.
It's like JoJo meme with the stomping.
Oh god.
You know, with the 3 guys stomping one guy.
Then there's one person who's politely drinking a drink before he gets up and curb stomps him as well.
Yeah.
That's a good meme. Now kind of tempted to look up when that meme came up, but that can wait. Still, for the most part. Let's go with... Since we started talking about the good games, let's look at the counterpart and look at the bad games. If you had to pick 3 games that you absolutely hate, that you absolutely loathed playing, regret it getting, or the games you wish you could nuke off the timeline, what would they be?
I know there's a couple, but for some reason I haven't gotten like I don't really have any thoughts on it. Just oh wait a minute. Uh, I just thought of some. Thought of one. It's an Xbox 360 only game, but I forgot what it was called. Uh, Basically, this game, all you do is just shoot people through like a linear path, and it takes like so many like there's like so many levels in this for like and there's multiple people you can play as, and your reward is just like a 10-second cutscene near the end to show what they did.
Huh. That that sounds rather anticlimactic.
Yeah, I mean, all you're doing is just shooting guys. Like it's
Hmm.
sure there's like plenty of other games that you are also shooting guys, but like it's for a purpose. This seems like it's real. There's really no purpose for it.
Uh, so it really just seemed like here's a point and shoot. Just point and shoot at thing. That huh. That sounds way too basic.
For a 360 game, yeah.
Like could see that on like an old ROM or an old emulator, but as close as the 360, that just doesn't taste right, you know? Huh.
It's either the 360 or the original, but it was a long time. This was like back in Blockbuster days.
Oh god, Blockbuster. Wonder if that last one is still around.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one from the Angry Video Game Nerd.
Yes, the angry video game nerd. uh, but then again, it would be surprising as hell if that Blockbuster is still canonically around. Like when the Blockbuster chains died, or when the Blockbuster chain kind of fell, thought they all went under, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, there's one left. Ah, come to think of it, yeah, that. Oh god, that went down years ago. Don't think they were around after. Yeah, I don't think they were around after 2012. Hmm.
It says here that the last remaining store in operation in 2019.
Oh. So about so about 5 years roughly.
Just about.
They had a good run, you know. The fact that they held out this long is rather impressive. Ah. And then, speaking of, Jench, we talked about the aspects that make a game good. What would you say? What would you say would make a game bad, horrible, or truly unplayable?
Uh, oh, we didn't go to the other two games, did we?
Oh no, we actually didn't. We kind of tangented onto the Blockbuster.
Whoops.
Ah.
Okay, so this game, I I have a love-hate relationship with it because I love RTS games.
Hmm.
However, this game I just recently played and I realized why I hated it so much.
Oh.
They are billions.
They are. See if
Yep,
that.
they are billions. Now it's a zombie game, but with an RTS style. You you have a base building and your units and stuff.
Oh.
So yeah,
Remember seeing this game? Oh fuck. Huh. Now what makes it bad?
so you'll be spending probably an hour trying to get to your goals because some of the goals are either build up your colony to this many much population. So you're having to constantly protect your colony from zombie attacks because sometimes there may be waves and sometimes there may not be. It depends on the goal, or maybe because like the waves of zombies sometimes will be coming around like on day 16, day 9, and you have to quickly build up your colony walls and defenses before they come because they will be coming in like hundreds. Now, here's the thing I hate. If one zombie gets to one of your houses, it's game over.
Wait, what?
Yeah, if one zombie gets to one of your houses, basically multiply that. One zombie equals 2 zombies equals 4 zombies equals 10, like 8 zombies, and so on and so forth. And it'll go, and you'll be placing your tents or houses next to each other.
Okay, suddenly this just... Yeah, not gonna lie, for the most part, it's an interesting concept, but the more looking into it, the more it just kind of looks like misery porn with extra steps.
In addition, you can't well, you can save in the game, but you can't reload an earlier save. So all those hours you spent like perfecting this and perfecting that, and only one zombie may have gotten through, and then you're totally effed.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, 1 second. Noticing my... There goes my internet.
I was wondering about that.
You know, on a miscellaneous note, Comcast would make a great funeral parlor. They're great at letting people down. Alright. Give me 1 minute. We're gonna be right back, everyone. Let me go fight my internet this time.
Alright.
Be right back. Hopefully, the net actually cooperates. Hook, can you hear me?
Yes, I'll be right there.
Yeah. All right. So, everyone, also power no. No, Zen Zen is not cute. No. That is incorrect. I'm a chaotic little bean. Can hear the foxo of cuteness. No. Okay, internet, please.
I don't know about that, dude. You seem pretty cute to me.
Up. No. It's not cute. That's absolutely illegal. In fact, everyone's getting ear wiggled attacked.
Ear wiggled.
Yes, you're getting ear wiggles.
Adorable.
Ah. No. Is negative adorable. -% adorable. Neon.
Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna short out Zen. Yet.
Wait. What was that last part?
Huh?
You said you're not gonna short me out yet?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no. That evil laugh. No. You know, that doesn't sound too evil. Pretty sure it'll be fine. Oh. Okay. So, with that said, though, before evil comes up, uh, essentially speaking, Believer, we're talking about what makes a game bad or unplayable. Hook?
Well, bad or unplayable? Microtransactions just down your throat. But the fact that anytime I hear AAA gaming, I kind of turn my head away because at this point it's just a marketing thing for the stockhold shares and whatnot.
Fair enough. See,
But that's probably doesn't what makes it bad.
What are you?
oh, okay, just need to not. Since rebooted the internet, now everything wants to play at the same time.
Let's see. What makes it bad is very clunky controls that shouldn't even be the type of controls in such a game.
Hmm.
And plus, you can't put whatever control you want onto this game or that game. Like, you have to use those controls. You can't switch them out either.
Oh God, not customizable buttons now. That's just annoying.
Like, there will be some settings, like in Halo, for instance, you can like change buttons to these or that, and it would work for you because why wouldn't it? Like, games nowadays don't really seem to have that option anymore, and it kind of gotten lazy.
Yeah, they've been rather removing that, and that's really sad.
And also,
Mm.
I don't want to say graphics because it's like the thing of current gen, but like it seems like games go for graphics over gameplay for the wrong reasons. Like, you have an action game, well, you have your you have very minimum, like, it seems like they went all out on the graphics than the gameplay itself.
Oh. Yeah. Huh. If anything, this is going to be a rather random tangent that my fox brain or is coming up with. Don't know if you ever heard of the game Dalmatians 3.
No.
Essentially speaking, the main thing is it's got like a few mini games, kind of like MS Paint. It's got like make a puzzle, and then the main bulk of the game is just a 45-minute cartoon, which the voice acting and the graphics are just let's just say these are things nightmares can be made of.
Oh, joy.
Especially because what's gonna really make you cringe is knowing that this is a thing that people were paid to make. They classified it as a game. But you ready for the best part of the game?
Oh.
Not because originally played it on played it on one of the older PlayStation systems, and essentially speaking, the way it took up so much processing and it took so much to play that it kept making the game system sound like it was going to explode. And the best part is, after playing the video or that 45-minute cartoon, the disc would not work ever again. So it killed itself in the process of being played.
So it's one of those rare games that is probably never emulated because of that, right?
Hopefully not, but given the vast and chaotic nature of the internet, there's probably a pit somewhere that is yet to be opened again that has this nightmare waiting for who to uncover it. Oh, Lord. The sad part is, got the game on sale back then. It was $5. We'll tell you this now. Paid $6 too much for it.
Hey, $6, but it was 5.
See, adding the $1 because my pain and suffering. Would like a $1 refund. Plus the 5.
Oh.
Yee. Essentially speaking, the game is so bad, the company starts owing me money. Like, they'd owe me more if it weren't for the fact that the game just taking itself out was kind of funny as hell. Like, how to put it? They're kind of like they're kind of like a very horrible coworker that gets themselves fired. Like, the trash took itself out. And in terms of the disc, decided to turn it into an archery target and shot it at about 50 feet distance while it was being flung into the air.
I see.
Yeah, that was probably one of the wackiest solutions to get rid of a very bad disc, but kind of got morbidly curious and decided, this disc isn't gonna load anymore. Already got the monetary value and the shits and giggles from it dying. Let's give it a very interesting burial. So, now that believe we've covered the good and the bad, essentially speaking, do you have any games that you're looking forward to coming out, or any games that you're excited to see finally get released?
Let me look over my Steam page. Because I don't really look forward to a lot of games anymore, because most of the time I just get burned, all because they're bad.
Oh, see, can completely understand where you come from. And while you're looking up the Steam list to come up with an option, yeah, this fox sadly was one of the poor saps that bought into the Fallout 76 bundle. With the cup and with like the bottle in the bag.
I mean, I just pre-ordered the game. I didn't get anything else on that.
Oh god, getting that bag was basically... You'd have a better chance at fighting the IRS for your tax refund than you would getting that bag.
Freaking amazing.
And the sad part is, you ready for the real kick to the balls?
Oh, do tell.
So, managed to finally get both the bag and the bottle. We're going to talk about the bottle in a second, but the bag straps gave up on life after 3 weeks of having it.
Yeah, it's a cheap nylon bag.
And the most that had in it was like 2 textbooks.
Oh, what?
The bag gave up on life and only had 2 textbooks and maybe like a handful of pencils in it. I'm shitting you not. You could probably get a better bag from the half off sale at the dollar store. Now, on to the bottle. Because the bottle is its own... Oh, it's its own form of nightmare.
Isn't it like a plastic wrapped? It's not even glass.
Yeah, it's not plastic, but the way they have the bottle built, if you so much as try to drink out of it, because it's so damn awkwardly made and it doesn't hold the bottle on the inside just right, it ends up dripping everywhere, pouring out awkwardly. If you're not drinking with a straw, God be with you. And yeah, essentially speaking, that bottle rather gives up on life fairly quick. If you're lucky, you could probably get 2 or 3 uses out of it. For me, managed to get 1 and then couldn't reclose it.
So essentially, it was just like a paperweight.
It was basically a very depressing paperweight, or a giant middle finger on my desk reminding me not to pre-order things until we finally threw it out. But
I think my major pre-order thing was back when Dark Souls 2 came out.
Wait, there was a special with the Dark Souls 2 pre-order?
Yeah, it had a little disc, like a metal disc with a statue.
All right.
I used to have it, but then I sold it on eBay because I didn't want it anymore.
All right, now kind of do remember, but so you want to hear a few fun stories of 76?
Do tell.
Essentially speaking, have 2 main stories that would like to bring to you. The first is where managed to find a spot in the world where either the ground wasn't loaded proper or something happened because Zen Zen fell into a pocket dimension, and it seems like no other players could get to me. So, being a smug asshole, decided to message on the server and basically post online to anyone who could find and kick my ass. You win $500. You have 8 hours to find and kick my ass. Here's a few hints of where to find me. And the weird part is, players found the world's butthole where Zen Zen fell in, right?
Right.
But they ended up in their own pocket dimension because we never were in the same area.
Oh no.
So, essentially speaking, these players on the server spent 8 hours trying to kick the ass that never was. Hell, at like the last 10 minutes, posted my location on the map, and everyone beelined and got sucked into the pocket. Good news is, they eventually started finding each other, as believed the amount of pockets were finite, but they never found me. So, that was $500 that Zen Zen got to keep. And, essentially speaking, the other story is... So, you know about you nuke everything, right?
Yes.
Alright, so, what if Zen Zen told you that you don't just have to get 1 nuke for your playthrough? What if told you you could fire the nuke as many times as you wanted before the new year struck?
Oh, I remember this.
The power armor. So, yeah, was kind of salty because a player rather raided my base while was off taking care of Fox business in the Oval Office. Or as others call it, the Porcelain Throne. So, found a power armor and exploited the living fuck out of that glitch. And using the map and my notes taken from where the other players' bases were, proceeded to nuke every player's base and every player's main hangout point on the map.
Oh, good thing I wasn't there.
For about 4 hours, was continually going in and out of that room, nuking everything and everyone humanly possible.
Man, and here I thought I was the evil one.
Good good news is, in my rampage, managed to have over 120 kills. Yeah. Then of course.
Okay, so I do have
Hmm.
uh I do have stuff to tell you.
Yes.
Stalker 2,
Hmm.
because I played Stalker 1.
Oh. Now what about Stalker 2?
I'm just, since it's like this generation and like new stuff added, I really want to know what's going to be happening in this one. I'm not expecting much, but like I'm also not having my hopes high for it.
Now, also trying to remember Stalker. Isn't that the game where you're in a war zone where there's the anomalies that try to kill you as well as other humans?
Yes.
Hmm.
Like it's a very dated looking game.
Because right now, I do remember playing it like once and then proceeding to get my ass kicked by an anomaly. And then, yeah, kind of control alt F forward the game and haven't gone back because that was a jump scare that made me yeet out of the game. Still. Wait, the fact that there's a Stalker 2 coming out. Huh. Neat. Though, if anything, have you ever beaten Stalker 1?
I have, but I guess I haven't gotten through the actual ending, because I went through the game and went to where the was it the Wishmaker, and I guess I had one of the endings, like one of some endings that once you get there, but I guess you had to go through another storyline in order to find out the true ending, which I didn't get to.
Ah. Oh god, the fact that this game has a true ending is kind of scary. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of curious. If anything, now looking at Stalker 2, it definitely, from what the images are showing, it's definitely a step up from the first one. Kind of curious to see.
In terms of graphics.
Yee. Kind of curious to see where they're gonna go with it. Comes out September 5th. Oh god. That's gonna be here soon. Ah. So, with that said, though, would like to ask you real quick. So, essentially speaking, for others who are streaming or for those who are new to the game, new to content creation or possibly considering it, do you have any advice or sage wisdom that you wish to pass on to them?
Don't just stream. Find other platforms to promote yourself. Because streaming just by yourself, or not by yourself, but just streaming to zero audience. Yeah, sure, it looks promising, but realistically, you need to uh you need to spread out. You need to go like, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, like just try to spread yourself out as much as you can, post as much as you can, even though I don't. Like, I've been kind of busy on my own for what I've been doing, so uh just try to get yourself out there.
Hmm.
And from what I've heard, go in people's like streams, talk to them, try not to be a stranger, raid in, and then leave before they start asking questions, because you will want to be a bit more courteous, like, hey, hi, I'm here, But sometimes people need to leave because, you know, either they got work later in the day, they need to go to bed, or maybe they're uh, like something came up. Like just, you know, be a little bit truthful. It's like, hey, I need to get going. I give the whole food excuse,
Hmm.
but that's most of the time. Like sometimes I've given like I'm feeling overwhelmed, so yeah, you would need to do that.
All perfectly fair. If anything, raiding and running is definitely an okay thing to do, especially because, as you've mentioned, all the reasons. Plus, definitely have seen, especially after what some streamers do with like unsubbed uncapped subathons and whatnot, and huh.
And don't forget, don't just raid your friends. Raid like total strangers and see how they are.
Hmm.
That's
Expand.
how that. Yeah, that's one way to just, you know, get yourself out
Hmm.
there is through that too.
Hmm. Fair enough. Expand your horizons. Hmm.
Oh, and also don't get a $700 VTube VTubing model, like a 2D VTubing model. Just start with like a PNG or something.
Hmm.
Because if you want to start out and you're like you are sure you're gonna be into this, make sure that you are willing to put up the whole streaming, the whole talking to people, or talking to your chat, because you'll need to, you know, be very active on looking chat, looking at gameplay, and then talking at the same time and not being overwhelmed. Or you could probably be doing some art, but that's still the same thing because you'll be doing art and not realizing that chat is going, or maybe someone already uh, made a comment and you just didn't see it, and then they left like an hour or two ago because you were that focused.
Hmm.
Trust me, I had that.
The see, the power of focus can certainly be a boon, but it can also be a curse. Though, on the same note, there's another side that also would like to raise up, because at one point, Zen Zen had 9 computer monitors up at a given time, and the power of ADHD can also be kind of condemning.
Oh, that is bad for you, dude.
Well, luckily, guess can't quite say luckily, due to an event caused by RNGesus, my pupper had the zoomies in the old office and kinda took out 7 monitors.
Joy.
If anything, have you ever had it where you just thought to yourself, this might happen, but mathematically it doesn't seem like it's likely?
Yep.
And then that's exactly the thing that comes crashing through your wall.
But 9 monitors?
E.
I'm surprised your computer can handle that.
Not gonna lie, it wasn't just one computer setup, it was multiple. But after the monitors kind of fell, decided to scrap the others and just keep my main PC. Though,
Well, I mean, you can use that other PC for, you know, recording if you ever decide to start editing.
hmm. If anything, for the most part, definitely gonna be editing this stream together. Can already sense future Zen yelling at me.
I can't. It won't be that bad.
True. Eh. But for the most part, it's kind of a running gag that future me is always gonna be yelling at past me, gonna be like, you know, Code words would have been great, or because in another series, and have not been using code words to like put at least a milestone on where to make the cut. So it's like, okay, where to make the cut? But all right. Let's see here. So, essentially speaking, have rather wonder, what would you say is your favorite thing when it comes to streaming? Like, what do you like most about streaming?
Uh, Probably the interaction between chat. It like not even with like the channel points and throwing stuff at me. It's like people giving their their words of advice and all that, or not words of advice, but more like their reactions to what I'm doing or what I'm talking. Because most of the time when I speak, it's out of context of what I've been meaning to say, and I know at least one of you in chat will definitely perk up and admit some stuff that I said and didn't mean to.
Ah, the classic moments. Ah, okay. So, it's the chat and the interactions. And then, of course, following the trend, essentially speaking, if you had to say one thing that you rather dislike about streaming, or one thing that you wish you can either magically improve, or you could just erase it without any repercussions, what would that be?
Uh, Besides the oh, well, besides the technical difficulties,
Mm-hmm.
probably like the or after streaming where you need to go and edit some of the videos, because most of the time, well, at least with my Lethal Company videos, I've been streaming them, but sometimes depending on what day and time and what's the angle of like the solar planets out there, it would either be pixelated or like my volume is off or whatever, which has happened, and making the thing unusable.
Hmm. See, if anything, really hate when that happens. Though, definitely have to say, the visual going pixelated is pretty much. Have noticed that that happens more than the audio tends to go? Hmm.
Well, with the audio, you would have people who tell you, "Hey, your audio's off." But sometimes, or at least with that moment, nobody has mentioned it.
But then again, to play devil's advocate real quick, because had this happen at one point where had somebody in my chat insisted that there was a problem, and it turns out it wasn't, it was them playing a prank, was looking over and trying to listen like, okay, where's the anomaly? Not saying a lot of people do this, but for those watching this, please do. This is one prank that you just don't play, because then it kind of makes people worry. Like, is something wrong with the settings? Is something wrong with the system? Yeah.
Like for instance, "Hey Zen, your audio is too bright."
No. Oh. Oh. Wait, my audio's too. Oh my god. My audio
Or your audio's too dark.
took me a
You
sec to
need to bump up
process.
the contrast.
Oh, you know,
Those I like, but then people would think like, "Oh, it's too bright." "Oh, you mean it's too loud?"
You know, it's days like this that wish had voice mod on my computer at the moment because would pull it up and then change would literally just change to a different voice. Like, oh lord, your audio's too bright. Gonna have to steal that one.
Thanks. I've actually stole it from someone else.
It's going down a chain. Now can only wonder. Now can only wonder where the source originated from. But that's a
Oh, it
mystery.
was from another person on another streamer, like a popular streamer.
See, but it'd be really funny if they got it from a different source. We're just gonna
Oh, absolutely.
we're gonna go down a rabbit hole. As long as the answer isn't some cliche bullshit like somebody time traveled and suddenly gave the answer to the person in the past so that it materialized in the future, but it wouldn't have existed in the future if it weren't for the person going back in time.
Let's not get Chuck Norris over here, okay?
Oh god. Do not want to mess with the legendary Chuck.
Man, if that dude dies in the next year or so, then people are like, the apocalypse is coming.
See, here comes the real question though. Are you ready? Does Chuck Norris really ever die, or does he dimension hop to go punch another dimension's god in the dick?
You know what? You're right. He just left his soul. He just left his soul to dimension hop to another body.
Yeah,
That's how powerful he is.
he just left this world's vessel to go to another world's vessel because there's other deities that need dick punchies. He's not dead. They're currently in another universe, curb stomping a deity. Oh. Now that's quite a visual. Just imagine. Wait, whose dick is? You don't know. Get your mind out of the gutter. We're talking about Chuck Norris and the deities that he's going to go all Kratos on.
I'm staying out of this one.
If anything, we're just gonna brush this under the carpet. You taking Chuck Norris? Yuto, you're getting bonkies for like the next 6 weeks. Like, Yuto, love your face, but you're getting bonkies. But let's get back to the questions. Because for the most part, you are one of many skills. Would you like to tell chat of all the skills of which you possess, besides the stream?
Well, I'm a noob at 2D art. Like, I can draw, it's just not great. I do 3D art, and I'm pretty exceptional at that. Like, probably in an advanced level, not an expert, just advanced, because I haven't really taught many other skills about it. I'm very much a noob in indie development, even though I've been working on this game for quite a bit on what is it called? What is it called? It's a visual novel maker, but it's runs on the Python engine.
Ooh, Python.
Or Python code rather.
Hmm.
I written my own lore, which is from the from that World Anvil site.
Hmm.
So if you want to check any of the lore out, it's not just about, me, it's about the rest of it, because I basically don't exist in there. Like, I'm just one of many.
Hmm.
Yep, there it is. World Anvil Enthalpy. you want to take a look at that, then go right ahead.
Yee. Boop. Then boop. There we go. Still, since you mentioned being an indie developer, so how is it being a developer, and what challenges do you face?
I should have started small.
See, that's fair. Though,
Because with this... Oh, go ahead.
when you say starting off small, what you mean?
Well, with this game, it is... It has combat, but it's like very linear.
Hmm.
And I don't really have any kind of gameplay right after, but it's like super linear to the point where like the demo is most of the meat. But like in the full version, it's definitely going to be uh the bad end is going to be a little bit meatier with gameplay, while the good end has a lot of story plot. And this game I'm talking about is Kalana's Misery.
Hmm. Ah.
Now, the reason why I say it's I should have started small, even though I have like this turn-based type of gameplay,
Hmm.
I should have started just, with just a pop-up or maybe like a dating simulator what I had before. Because originally, when I first tested this game out, I had a game called Beneath Your Scales, which is about dating dragon girls that look similar to me.
Hmm. All right. Huh. All right. See, that makes sense. And was kind of wondering which of the infamous challenges has arisen on your front. Because some tend to start off too big, others tend to start off too timid, and then there's others that they start, they finish, they start again, they end up in Colorado, then they're in Ohio. Like, good luck keeping track of them.
I would say for this would be the art, because I can do the whole game with just like basically the writing is sort of kind of finished. I just need to do a lot of editing here and there to make sense.
Hmm. That makes sense.
And
Hmm.
some of this art I actually post on my Twitter, and it's like a couple of girls in skin tight suits with like armor on or some sort of weapons. That's part of Klana's Misery.
Hmm. Huh.
So it's like 3D assets followed by like just since I do well with 3D, I'm basically like making a entirely 3D game in 2D format.
Hmm. See, overall, it sounds like a rather interesting process.
It is, and when people say do pinball or excuse me, eh, pinball
Hmm.
as your first game, they mean it. Do pinball as your first game because you need to learn what you're doing.
Yeah, you need to learn the basics, get your feet wet, and because if anything, remembering where back in my day, they kind of tried to run us through making a game of Pong. It. Oh lord. Then
And
again,
they probably didn't want you to, make your dream game just yet because they want you to have a lot more experience.
Plus, it was a basic coding class, though. This is going to be a weird tangent to go down. So, you know Persona with its very vast amounts of professors, right? Like teachers.
No, but go on.
Just imagine getting all the wackiest teachers for your computer programming class. Like, you're going to get somebody from a cooking class, you're going to get a math teacher, you're going to get a science teacher, you're going to get a conspiracy theorist, and they're all going to teach you how to code. That's a year that would like a little bit of time back from, because managed to learn all of nothing with coding. Though at least the conspiracy theorist teacher was fun. You never knew what he was going to come up with next, and when he came in with a tinfoil hat, you knew those were going to be fun days.
From the sounds of it, yeah.
Essentially speaking, they went from saying the government was trying to hijack their thoughts to the school was trying to hijack their thoughts to they are trying to hijack their own thoughts.
That's just called having a conscience.
Then, of course, always came up with, like, different... Like, they never had the same notebook, either. There were so many little wacky things that you could point out that changed on this person from day to day. Though, let's just say the last day that he was there, he kind of ran out of the classroom screaming like a banshee and probably ended up going to a happy hotel. Jen, make question for your interviewee. Yuto. Good news, the chat question segment is going to be right at the end. Right before the clippy whippies. Has somewhat planned this out a little bit. Yeah. Though... Jeebus? Oh, are you going Jeebus because the wacky teacher? But do you like my question? Gonna look up Yuto. Yuto, if this is a question Zen Zen's expecting, going to bonk you. What's the... Anywho, while Zen Zen's looking up that... So, instead of a question for you, a question for Hook. What do you think Zen Zen is, top, bottom, or why? Yuto! So, yeah, Hook? So, say hello to Yuto, a very chaotic being who, tends to do more zoomies and chaos than me.
So this is normal.
Yes, this is actually quite to par. If anything, he's being rather tame, you know? This is him rather being slightly tame.
I see.
He still is not jumping off the walls yet, and, whatever you do, don't let him have caffeine. Like, one of his best friends, Yuto is one heckin' amazing friendo, but, there's reasons why there's the coffee ban on him drinking. Like, Yuto, love your face, but, yeah, we're just gonna cut you off from coffee and alcohol, like, you know, all together. Did you dodge a bullet when you didn't quite dodge a bullet, you dodged the start of a Fallout game. Zen Zen can't stop me, he is powerless. Wouldn't quite say powerless, good sir. Already had to. Oh, God. So, good news. We might witness him get more chaotic.
2 full cans of Monster?
Yeah,
Alright.
he's about to do zoomies on like a cocaine effect in a minute. Still, before we get to the chaos of the Utah, let us get back to real quick. So, essentially speaking, which part of an indie developer do you like?
Basically the creative freedom
Hmm.
and the fact that people will looking forward to people uh liking your game, liking the characters you made, and possibly looking forward to some art on of them.
Hmm. All fair points. Also, real quick, before we continue, Neon did redeem a Fox Health check, which is basically my version of a hydrate and a stretch. If you would like to do either.
Alright.
Yeah. Because cannot believe we've gone over an hour. Yeah, we've almost gone over an hour. Holy crap.
Wow.
Because right now, this is the second fragment of it. So yeah, we've gone over an hour.
Is this fast or is this slow?
Oh no, this is rather on par where I was expecting. Minus the technical difficulties. But then again, we could just blame Comcast, and because it's tradition, we're gonna blame Todd Howard.
Ah, yes, Fallout.
Mm-hmm. Our magical overlord, God Howard. Uh. Behold, a very complicated illusionary mage. They make it seem like they know what's going on, but realistically they don't, and they keep draining our wallet from cash. Or cash from our wallet. Still. No. Let me get the questions up again. Because right now you've already answered. In answering one question, you've actually knocked out a few others.
I tend to rant.
Oh no, that's perfectly fine. Yeah. So, essentially speaking, moving on from the Actually, no, one more question in the development thing. How long have you been in the indie developing scene?
Oh, it's been on and off though. Probably near 2018, 2019
Hmm.
that I've started. And last year, I've been kind of going full force on it. And I went from like 30% to about near 85% finished. That's like versus from that time to now. And a reason, because, well, my workplace lets me bring my laptop.
See, not gonna lie, you're somewhat making me jealous because my workplace doesn't even let us sit.
Oh, you think my workplace is any better? I work nights.
Oh god. Wait.
Yeah, and I've been begging for mornings and they wouldn't let me, so.
Oh god, not only are you working nights, they want to keep you pinned in the night.
Oh yeah, that place, like, we're spilling workers.
Oh.
Yeah, so everyone's it's not the matter of like they're not hiring, it's more like they're not keeping people.
Okay, so we're getting passengers on the boat, but when they go below deck, they don't see the hole and then they fall off board.
Essentially.
Okay.
So I'm just hanging around until I can get my work done.
Hmm. See, that's perfectly fair. Like, yeah, definitely adapting, but definitely cannot imagine. Like, working nights, that's one thing that just cannot quite grasp. Like, not a morning person, but also not one to work at night, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah. And they force us to go to trainings at like 10 and like around 9, 10 a.m. And that's like around the time, like around 8:30 is when I go to sleep. So you can kind of imagine that I'm not even there at the moment.
So, in other words, the uh the hook's brain that you are trying to reach is currently disconnected. Please try again later.
Oh yeah. My reflexes are literally like to the crawl. Like someone could like punch me and I realize, wait, I'm on the ground.
Though, now that we're talking about like sleep and whatnot, this is a random ass question. Have you ever fallen asleep standing up?
Uh, I think once. Like not like I nodded off,
Hmm.
not fully sleep.
Ah. So kind of like right before. Hmm. Cause yeah, not gonna lie, had it happen once where I fell asleep in a midnight release. Hmm. Meow.
Hmm?
Ah. Was wondering. Was like, wait.
No, I was waiting for you to continue.
Oh. Because essentially speaking, fell asleep in a midnight release at the GameStop where we were all standing in line, and then all of a sudden just kind of felt my shelf slip, and then woke up 30 minutes later, the GameStop worker staring at me as was the last person in the line and the last person in the store, and they're like, do you want your game? And then stared at them for a solid minute, processing, like, wait, game? And then came back to the world and realized, oh fuck, in a GameStop. Like, have you ever had those times where you just have to wake up and your brain is processing, like, okay, here's where we are, here's what time it is, here's what day it is.
Yes, whenever you take a nap from work and then you realize that you took like a it went from like, a 10-minute power nap to like 3 hours. Like, what year is it?
Cause
But I have never slept standing up.
because real talk, went through the process of piecing together the puzzle and then had a section of 5 stages of grief type ordeal because thought, okay, fell asleep at a GameStop and don't know what happened during this half hour. If Zen Zen looks in the pockets, is my wallet going to be there? Please let my wallet be there. If my wallet's gonna be there, going to be a better person. Not gonna lie, that was an odd experience. Hmm. So, alright, essentially speaking, now that we're gonna move off the development real quick, since you mentioned art and design, what would you have to say would be your favorite thing when it comes to both art and the design worlds?
How lore accurate? Well, I shouldn't say lore accurate, but like this design or this let's see. Okay. Sorry.
Hmm.
Let's see. Sorry, I'm going through the thing. All right, art and design. Probably piecing together what you need to come up with versus what you need in the game. Because I had a lot of revisions, and some models, and some art. Well, of course, models, because I don't really have what do you call like a concept art. I kind of just like throw things at it and see if it works, and then kind of put it together from there. And then I have, some people like looking over like, hey, does this look fine or this looks fine? Because again, I'm not very good with colors. You could probably tell from my model in general, a lot of grays.
Hmm.
But with designing wise, it can be rather fun process because like this is your baby you're making. Like you want to make it as pretty as possible. Even if you need to scrap a lot of designs, like that's fine. Like you could probably use that design for, another game. Maybe you can rework it into something completely different. Because the main character of Kalana didn't used to look like that. Like she had a little bit of melanin in her skin with like a tattoo and blue hair.
Oh.
And the thing around her neck wasn't named Misery, it was actually named Hope.
Oh.
So things, yeah. So things change in design, especially the mech she's uh like riding around in. In fact, like that's the fourth rendition until like for the final one.
Ah, well, damn. Ah.
I can even show you the other four if you give me a moment here.
Ooh, yes, please. Ah. Yeah. And then, while you're doing that, would like to also remind everyone in chat to please hydrate, stretch, get some food. Perhaps get nice and comfy in your blanket burrito. Ah, yum.
Yes, please.
Yee. Ah. Yeah, yeah, Polar. Ah.
Let's see.
Mm.
Hopefully that's in order.
Hmm.
Uh, no, it is not. Shoot. I'm trying to set these pictures in order for you from like this to that.
Yee. That makes sense. And see, now morbidly curious. While you're doing that, Polar, what team did you make me?
Oh,
Polar apparently has made me a spoopy ghost team, or a spoopy ghost for Team Cap. Wait, Team Cap? Yeah? Huh. Oh yeah, while we're here, would you care for some tea or coffee?
who, me?
Yee.
I'm good, thanks. I have my gamer subs. Not sponsored.
Was about to say, hashtag not sponsored?
Nope.
Oh. If anything, is it alright if Zen Zen shows these?
Sure.
Gonna make a quick win cap on the fly.
Because if you look at those pictures and then go to my game and check those out, you can definitely tell there's a difference.
Huh. See, when it comes to these, now have to ask, what inspired these?
I I do love like uh a damaged like vehicle that's still running and still fighting on par with uh like these mechs that you're fighting in game.
Hmm.
Because in lore, uh, the mech that you're in, the last one, which I did have to change it a bit since it's not the final one. You would need to look at it in my game, but the final one, in lore wise, it's not even that strong. Like if it was in its prime, it could like take out everybody all at once. Whereas the current one, it's like an even fight.
E. Huh.
So I do love the concept of the mech is still damaged, but it could still fight you.
Yeah, damaged but not out of the game.
Exactly. While this girl here with the blue hair, now her name's Kalana,
Mm.
and she used to be a lot younger, like probably around 12 years old, maybe like 12, 13, 14, somewhere around there. Right now, she's around 17 to 18.
Okay.
So she's exceptionally older,
Hmm.
and she has very broken language, as you can see.
More handy. E. Primitive. These are tools. You know, might have broken communication, but on a note, they do have better communication skills than some people IRL.
But if you want to know more about this girl, go play my game.
Yeah. Now trying to hold on. Still, if anything, real quick, while we're going down this real quick before Zen Zen brain farts. Essentially speaking, what inspired this character?
Uh, well, it did start out as I saw a playthrough of this game that two super best friends played.
Hmm.
It was, I think it was one of their mecha features before they had to close their channel down. Well, it's still open, but like they don't use it anymore. But the point is, I saw a game and it inspired me, and I had to make some form of character that seems fragile but very smart, and they're kind of like working together.
Hmm. Huh. Okay, I can
And
easily see that.
yep, and the current character right now, basically is wearing rags. I can actually, I'm gonna show you a picture just for this moment.
Hmm.
Not exactly accurate, but it's close enough.
Huh.
So that's Kalana currently.
E. Certainly a shift in character a bit. Or a shift in, yeah. Huh.
And the reason why I changed it, because, well, I mean, it kind of fits what theme I'm going for. And the fact that I like girls with black hair and blue eyes and freckles.
See, yeah, that can definitely see. Though I have to admit, definitely am rather definitely liking the outfit, like the black or the grayish and the purple. Like, huh. If anything, kind of want those shoes.
The shoes that are like cut to a certain point.
E. See, gonna have to test those shoes out to see how well they handle against the power of zoomies. Also, key hellos.
Hello, Key.
Yeah. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. But, huh. Though, would like to ask, since this is definitely like night and day, what inspired, what more inspired this version or this look?
Uh, well, for one, day one of imagining this character, originally enslaved
Hmm.
for like an unknown reason, but with the blue hair girl, she was supposed to like she has nice clothing on,
E.
but with this one, well, when you first meet her, she has rags like just on her waist and top. Just she doesn't wear these. These were actually from a different character, which you would learn later in the story.
Hmm. Huh. See, easily making me more and more curious to take a peek-see. Ah. Especially because kind of want to know more about this character as a whole.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you would like her.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's pretty like not only she's cute with how she acts, but her wording's also a bit strange. Probably give you some new ideas for languages from her.
Ooh, excellent. Though also on the same note, going to be tempted to try to corrupt some of my words into their lexicon. Gonna teach
And
hmm?
oh, go ahead.
Gonna teach them the greatest word ever, dick nipples. You ever
I
watch
should also mention the key around her is also a AI device called Misery.
Hmm.
And that's the reason why it's called Kalana's Misery, because Kalana owns Misery.
If anything, it's good that we came back to that because you just remind me of another question. Because originally you mentioned, or at one point it was named Hope. So, real quick, why the change from Hope to Misery?
It kind of seemed a little bit cliche because originally Hope was supposed to be this uh like kind of like an ATST style ruined mech until I changed it to something else,
Hmm.
which was the blue-eyed one, and then it changed from all over. Because fun fact though, the blue-eyed mech you see there was
Yeah.
actually like one of the first times I was like learning Blender.
Ah, fair enough. If anything,
Yeah, everything's all blocky.
if anything, have a slight favor to ask. This is gonna be a real random favor, but do you think we could get like 10 of these to be like Guardians of the Void?
What misery?
Well, if we could get like, would be great to have 10 of this here to be the Guardian of the Void. The not Misery, the last of the mechs you sent.
Mm, I don't know. They kind of have a bad attitude.
Hmm.
Before you were
Oh.
I shouldn't say interrupting, but like before mentioning, Misery does have an attitude.
Oh.
Uh calls Kalana primate, insults her, tries to get her back up, but like she doesn't think of it as insults. It's more of like, oh, this is how people talk.
Hmm. Actually, that does tie back to another thing. So, for their broken communication, what's the reason behind that?
Uh That that is actually that's actually a later that actually tells the story later on. That's not in the demo.
Okay. Still, though, this looks like it's off to a very nice start, though. Or at least making fairly good progress.
Yep, it's not, and the 2D art you see on screen isn't isn't what you're gonna look like. If you go on the game, then that's what you're gonna be seen as 3D assets.
Ah. Okay. Still, definitely kind of curious to see where things are going to end with this project. And kind of curious to see if the broken communication skills will be a consistent, or will the communication kind of improve as time goes by?
You'll just have to find out.
Yee. Then with that, believe it's time to close this out for now. Cause let's see. Boop. Yeah. All right. So, essentially speaking,
Might want to close out that. There you go.
E. So, essentially speaking, when it comes to art and design, how long have you been in practice?
On and off with my Blender skills. Like, even though I've been at it for a while, I haven't like dedicated my art to it. In fact, I've just kind of been looking up solutions to some of my art. Like, how do you do this? How do you do that? Oh, there's some plugins you can do. And recently I've been getting into texture painting, though it's a lot, like, it's very simple in Blender versus like any other art program.
Okay. So, essentially speaking, mention Blender, and essentially speaking, what would have to be your most favorite program that you've used so far?
Uh, Probably not Vroid, since I need to wean off of that and actually make my own models. But probably I would honestly say Blender. It's been good to me. I've been having a lot of success with it.
Fair enough.
Plus, it's free and it's open sourced.
See, that is pretty much everyone's favorite price tag, the low cost of absolutely free. Or in some cases, free 99. Still, essentially speaking, now, when it comes to the creative arts or art and design per se, do you have any advice for anyone who is considering getting into the craft per se?
Into 3D art?
Yee.
Do the donut tutorial.
Wait, donut tutorial?
Donut tutorial. I am not kidding.
Like, you make a legit donut?
Yep.
Huh. Definitely not gonna lie, my brain immediately went to like thinking of every other type of donut except the pastry for a second. I was like, wait, making a donut?
Yep. Just literally type in Blender donut tutorial and you'll find someone's face on there. with a stack of donuts behind him.
Oh. See, now you're making me curious, but can easily look at that donut tutorial. Oh.
And yep.
Huh.
Also, don't be like me who went straight into character making and not knowing how to even go into edit mode on a cube.
Huh. See, at
Yeah,
this...
just know what you're doing, and then you can actually make your character.
So, definitely sorry, but not sorry for this one. This is kind of a bad pun, but, so at one point we could safely say you were stuck in a cubicle? Yep. Gonna see myself out for that one. This is your show now, Hook. Oh. Oh.
Nope, I'm still here.
Was wondering, I was like, wait, did you legit ass leave? Would not blame
Nope.
you. Like, the sad part is immediately pulled up my Discord and went, wait, the VC. See, not gonna lie, you're catching me off guard with these things. You've jump scared me twice, and then now you've made me instinctively check the VC.
You never know with me.
See, at this rate, just, you know what? You get the Chaos Crown.
Awesome.
Your crown, my sire. It is going to
Awesome.
be delivered.
I'm going to knight you.
Yay! Good news is, thanks to that, managed to sleep straight through to the night.
Oh.
See, with your knighting ritual, you accidentally rolled a nat 20. Speaking of chaos, Hook, you know what... Eh? Neon saying, speaking of chaos, Hook, you know what to do.
Oh, you mean like this?
What?
Yeah, you want me to go high or...
Can go low.
Oh! Huh. This is a talent that, kinda had an inkling of a feeling that you had, but, well, shit.
Oh yeah, I have this type of voice.
See, now I just have to wonder, have you ever thought of going into voice acting? 'Cause holy fuck.
Yes. Though I'm not very good at it yet. I need to practice. Although I do have a lore video that I voiced myself in, and Neon is in it too.
Oh?
Yep. I can just send a link down here and people can watch it. It's pretty lengthy if you want.
If anything, because right now I have linkies currently blocked for the most part, but if you want to send it to me, you can easily post it in the chat.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I will need to warn you, there is some disturbing content for what it is. I'm not sure how disturbing, but it's like a lot of implications.
Okay,
There you go.
See, and then real quick while Zen Zen copy pastas. See, when it comes to the power of the voice, still remember when both you and Neon caused me to have to go through a rebooting.
Ah, yes.
See, at this rate, might kick myself, but in the spirit of chaos, can you do me a huge favor and can you release the power of the voice?
Oh, why, sure. I would need to practice a little bit with this anyways.
Yee.
I actually did like a sergeant type of voice, like a sort of like a leader, but it's not very good and kind of uh hurts my throat when I do it, so I
Oh.
would need to practice it.
Hmm. Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Neon is saying that they are happy to not be in the VC with the power of the voice coming up. And
Oh, is that right, audiophile?
now,
Or I can do this type of voice if you like.
see,
I mean, do you want to?
see, let me just say it right now. Error. Please reboot Fox. It will require.
OwO?
Oh my god. Okay. You're catching me off guard by the fact of the voice and the fact that you went ooh woo. The sad part is, of course, this is my ass's fault for making the perfect time to go for a drink. On a bright note, can now advertise a new product. So, are you tired of your dog smelling like wretched ass? All you have to do is accidentally spit Beppis on them, and suddenly the smell will pop right off.
Is that what happened?
Yep. Oh, feel bad for my dog because they keep laying in the splash zone. Damn, Zen, you are the Oh. Yeah. Also, Solid, what do you mean making collateral damage? You're fine. Just don't notice the nuke behind you.
The nuke. The Nuka-Cola?
Oh god. No. Oh no, if anything... Nope, you know what? We're gonna make this right. Zen Zen wants to play a game. Behind you, you will see 6 of the special bottles from Fallout 76.
Starts drinking them.
Oh no, real quick. Inside one of them is the deactivation button. Inside the rest is a apocalyptic scenario of a different choosing. And each of them make absolutely no sense in some cases. In case you're wondering, one of them will make poodles around the world fully sentient, fully intelligent, and give them human powers, and they're going to take over the world. Yeah, in another, we're gonna get a world flooded with Kool-Aid. Yeah.
What a sticky situation.
And then, of course, there's everyone's favorite, where it turns everything on the planet into rock candy. We're not going to go into the other apocalypses, because, yeah, we're going to let your imagination run with the rest.
Is it lewd?
One of them
Is
is...
it a sex thing?
No, only one of them is lewd. The rest either don't quite exist yet because still trying to pull a few out of my ass, or, essentially speaking, it may or may not break the space-time continuum. Yeah. By causing 2 universes to crash into each other, and then both realities have to fight to determine which ones will be the only one.
Oh, we're talking about Nuka-Cola bottles behind you in an apocalypse scenario.
Yeah, you have to pick the Nuka-Cola bottle with a deactivation key. If you screw up and pick a wrong bottle, you're going to activate an Armageddon of a different flavor. Yeah. uh, yeah, not gonna lie, I'm starting to realize could have went and called this somewhat the power of ADHD, because damn, the power of ADHD be strong.
Ah, yes, you kind of went off there.
See, we started on the rails and then we fell off the rails and off a cliff. But back to it.
Has anyone called you cotton candy?
Meow? Has anyone
You look like cotton candy.
You're not. Oh, you're not the first, but oh god, was called cotton candy about when my new model first came in. Believe it was during the 24-hour special to release the new model. Have been called cotton candy before. And for legal sake, have to say no, my hair is not edible. It's just floof. Which
that's what I keep telling people about my wings, and everyone wanting eating them for some reason.
See, yeah, not gonna lie, I'm part of that category where I'm, gonna just nom the wings real quick. Don't mind me. And
they're
my
not
teeth.
good. They're canonically disgusting to eat.
See, on one hand, they are disgusting to eat. On the other hand, would like to say that don't know why, but for some reason people eat a lot of disgusting things at times.
Are you one of them?
Oh no, if anything, kind of the weird person who puts two random ass foods together. Like, for example, bologna and potato chips. But,
I see.
Huh. Though, at this point, before the power of ADHD takes us across the planet again. So, overall, though, let's circle back to content creation as a whole. Now, this can be for streams, this can be for art, design, this could be for any of the things that we've talked about tonight. So, what would your dreams or aspirations be in the short term, and what would they be in the long term for what you would like to achieve?
Probably short-term wise, being like a content creator, or excuse me, of course I'm content creator. Like making videos and going on Twitch and making money off of that, because I can edit, I can do all that. It's just not a lot of people give me a chance to really show. And yeah, I know my thumbnails aren't that great. I don't have great thumbnails. I try though. And yeah, just like video editing kind of takes a lot out of you. That's mainly why I kind of switched over to editing at my workplace, even though it would probably be a bad thing to do, considering it takes a lot of gigs. But moving on from that, probably long term would be like trying to set up some form of like company that kind of does a lot of content creation. I don't want to say like similar to Rooster Teeth, because that's not what I'm going for. I'm kind of going for like like video game wise, story wise, like this entertainment thing where I wanted to, hire people who have free minds,
E. Free.
that are willing to like give their services for like some sort of like monthly fee if it's right, but that's basically what I'm going for. Like I said, it's not like set in stone, but it's like throwing ideas at the dartboard and see where they stick.
Ah. Okay. If anything, that certainly does sound like a very interesting long-term goal. Especially because would be kind of curious to see what, like, hate repeating myself, especially because feel like saying this a lot tonight, but kind of curious to see where it would all go and to see what creative ideas would possibly come up, and then what wacky ideas may also join it.
Well, if you ever seen, or excuse me, going back to the World Anvil, where the title of the story is like, or setting is enthalpy. It's gonna have like a whole bunch of stories on that. It's not just like, it goes from like one country to another, and then it goes into not me personally, but to like the lore that's like the setting I have, which people probably don't know about the entire lore behind mine. Basically, well, it's basically in that lore video, but to sum it up, I have a ghost girl who does whatever I want. And I deal with ghosts, paranormal stuff.
Oh.
But that's not all about what's in that story. Like, you can have anything, like, basically you can make a D&D game out of it and go with whatever you want with it.
Oh. Okay, so if anything, have to admit, loving the versatility of it, especially since you brought the power of D&D into it. Huh. Well, son of a goat. See,
but there's some power struggling issues, though. It's kind of balancing itself.
Huh. Can easily see that to a degree. Though, if anything, this kind of leads to a few other random questions, and then we're probably going to be turning the microphone over to chat to see if they have anything. But
Ask away.
So, real quick, have you ever played of Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes.
Excellent. Now, time to ask the infamous question. So, what are your thoughts about 4th edition?
I haven't played that. I've only played 5th edition.
Oh, okay. Because, definitely not gonna lie, when it comes to the D&D, essentially speaking, 3rd edition, 3.5, and 5, in my opinion, were definitely the better variations. In 4, they tried to mix it up just a bit much, and it came out like ass. Like, essentially speaking, just imagine like making a sweet dish and then deciding, oh, you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw something completely sour in it just for giggles. That's what they did with 4th edition. Though,
yeah, I wondered about that.
Yeah, you kind of got lucky by the fact that you skipped 4th edition.
Well, here's the thing. So I played Pathfinder, but we haven't gotten that far. And I played Star Wars, but again, haven't gotten that far. And I'm talking about like 2 sessions in a 1 session. And then in D&D, where I'm with Ronan Quincy, who is right now taking a break from D&D because he's being burnt out. And that's like my consistent D&D games I've played. So I guess you can say that's my first time playing.
Ah. And then, of course, see, that leads to another. And essentially speaking, what was your first character you made? Like, the race, the class?
For D&D or for like
Oh, for D&D.
Pathfinder?
For D&D.
D&D. My first one is a Warforged Sharpshooter. That was kind of based off of the Pathfinder version, but I guess I couldn't like bring the whole Juggernaut thing over.
Ah.
But yeah, it's basically playing a ranged tank.
Oh, see, now that definitely does sound like a decent build at the very least. It, like, having a crap load of HP sounds a lot better than what Zen Zen did. So oh god.
Also the fact that when I told my backstory, I thought it was just gonna be for flavor. I didn't think it was gonna be part of the game.
Ooh.
That's how much D&D I knew back then.
See,
like I could have done better, and I did do better. It's just I wish I could have changed it.
see, you gotta love the DM that could actually bring the backstories into the game.
Yeah, shout out to Ronan Quincy. Like, damn, that dude. Even though he has his head empty, ass full type of archetype, he does work.
Because right now, I've seen quite a few DMs that say, "Oh yeah, write me up a backstory." They never touch it. And it's like, okay, so you made this character, you made everyone flesh their characters out, and then it's like, for what purpose? Yeah. But real quick, are you ready to turn the mic over to chat?
Sure.
All right, everyone in chat. You've heard my questions, and you've also heard the train go off the rails quite a few times tonight. But, everyone in chat, do you have questions for our wonderful guest? Yeah. Also, not gonna lie, kinda concerned by Solid's line there about Helldivers 2. Huh.
Yeah, with all that chaos. That's not a great idea, dude. I tried it once and I'm focused on the game and there's like background noise and I'm like, I want to focus that too. Plus it's not very good for your brain. How long have I been a fan of dragons? Let's see. There was actually a picture. I'm a little bit embarrassed by it, but it's like a really good picture, but it's I came across it, I was like, wow, that's lewd, but that looks good. Like, oh, I'm a monster fucker now. Shit.
Oh. Okay, so when you said monster fucker, not gonna lie, immediately thought Monster Hunter, but switched it around a bit and huh. Almost tempted to commission somebody to see if they can make this concept in the art of Monster Hunter. Except it's monster fucker.
I can give you an accurate date.
Oh?
March March the 29th of 2019.
See, the fact that you're able to give us an accurate date now, that's impressive.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the picture, I saved it. I'm like, yep, this is good looking. But I promise you, I'm not as lewd as I'm sounding right now. It's just like it caught my eye so much.
Hmm. I was about to say, normally you're more chaotic than you are lewd.
I find lewd to be boring and chaos to be a little bit more entertaining.
Hmm. So, if anything, another question just popped in my head, and this one's rather quick. So, would you consider yourself a chaotic neutral character? Where do you see yourself on the D&D alignment chart?
Oh, oh, uh, probably neutral evil if
Hmm.
I'm going by what I have on World Anvil.
Ah.
Yeah, I also put myself on there too. You'll just need to go and look for it.
Hook being lewd is rarer than finding a shiny Pokemon. Huh. And then, of course...
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
So, Polar's asking the infamous question of, so how spoopy do you think Zen Zen is?
Probably with the ears and tails, probably on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe a 2.
Okay, see, at this rate, a 2 is a step up.
In certain circumstances.
Hmm.
Just seeing you in the limelight with your tail wagging around, smiling, it's like, aw, you're adorable.
Heckin' heck. uh, see, y'all keep complimenting my ass, and then you just get ear wiggle attacks. Nope, all the ear wiggles all the time.
Now, you see, when you do that, it's now like a -5.
Heck. Well, we've fallen down 7 levels. Huh. Well, shit.
Have I introduced you to my Ghost in the Machine?
Don't think you have.
She's actually part of my lore, so I think it would be better. I think it would be good if I showed you what she looks like.
Ooh.
You know, if I actually go and try to find it real quick.
And while you're trying to find that, Polar's also adding, now when you put thigh highs on said fox, that falls to a -10. Oh. Huh. No, no. Still, while you're doing that, Hook, does anyone else in chat have any questions?
Yes. There she is.
What color are they? Pink. Ah, Suzuka, you came at the perfect time. We're at the chat's Q&A part for our wonderful guest.
Yo.
Also, how you doing? And definitely be sure to go give our wonderful guest here tonight a visit and totally give huggies. Yeah. You know, real quick. Ah, Hook, what's your favorite color?
Orange.
Hmm.
Well, I have a lot of favorite colors, like orange, purples.
Ah, if anything, not gonna lie, had a feeling about the orange.
I do wonder why.
Nah, there's no particular reason. Uh, just had a feeling that the orange was one of the favorites.
Oh, I did toss you that image.
Yee. Nakish, let me. Oh, Nisu.
Yep, that is Kuran, my ghost in the machine.
And then, is it OwO if Zen Zen shows on the stream?
Sure.
Yoo. Boop. Ah. So, what inspired this character?
A dream, actually.
Oh. See, definitely interested now. So, dream? Yeah.
It's let's see. The dream? Um, let's see. I saw her form in a dream.
Hmm.
Like what you're seeing now is what I've seen her, minus like you can kind of can hardly see it from here, but she does have like some form of like long eyeshadow on her right eye.
Hmm.
She has blue eyes as well. It's kind of a bit hard to see her.
Ah.
Let me. Oh, here's a better picture of her face.
Nisu? Huh. See, at this rate, definitely loving the eye color. Huh. Then, of course, there's the collar or the choker. Wonder if, huh. Wonder if there's a place that you could get one like that.
Oh, it's not just on her around her neck. It's actually on her wrist and ankles.
Hmm. Essentially speaking. Ah. Oh. Well, damn. See. Huh. Though at the end of the day, that is a nice. That's also a nice outfit. Though, can definitely see what you mean about the grays.
Yeah, I'm not very good with colors.
Hmm. It's fine. At least for the most part. Could easily be a lot worse. Like you could be instead of going mostly grays or having a handful or having mostly grays, you could be just throwing multiple colors together that clash.
True.
Plus, easily, since most of it is the grays per se, the segments that do actually have differentiating colors tend to pop out more. Kinda raises a intrigue, if you will.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But yeah, if you ever wanted to actually speak to her, she's actually on during my streams.
Oh.
Yep.
Huh. If anything.
I use her like a AI voice.
Huh. Gonna have to be on the lookout for that next time you stream.
I'll be streaming tomorrow and then Friday.
Yeah. And then, of course, just remembered 2 last questions before we go on to the Clippy Whippies.
Awesome.
So essentially speaking, and this is a question that we'll randomly ask, we'll ask everyone randomly. So, good sir, do you prefer round or dino-shaped chicken nuggets?
Neither. I like chicken strips.
Oh. See, that's fair.
But if I had to choose, probably round.
Ah. See, the gap between the round and the dino nuggies are starting to close. Oh, God. But then again, see, on my end would have to go with the dino nuggies because it's kind of ironic. Like, the dinosaur evolved into the chicken, we made it into a nugget, and we shaped the nugget in the form of a dinosaur. Meow. Still. Alright. And of course, the last question for the night. Before we go on to the clips, let me close that. Is, do you have any special events coming up? Or do you have, like, a streamiversary?
Streamiversary. I think I do. I freaking forgot. Let me actually look it up, but yeah, it's on June 11th. So that's when I streamed, I guess.
Huh.
Though I'm not even sure what I'm gonna be doing. I don't really do a lot of anniversary, not anniversary, but like just like special event stuff. It's kind of like for personal reasons, but yeah, I don't really do a lot of them.
That's perfectly fair. When it comes to special events, everyone seems to have, like, differing opinions on whether or not to do them, and then what would classify as a special. Still. Let me minimize this real quick. And then, kerboop. Also, just realized something that would have also been great. If, was share... Definitely for the clip segment, gonna want to share the screen so at least you're seeing it as it happens.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
Let's go with... Wonder if the audio is gonna be nice to me today.
Not for screens.
Not for screens. Application?
Definitely applications.
Boop. There we are. So, the first clip. Successfully revived.
Retrieved.
Right? Zen Zen's brain is going brr when... The sad part is looked at that 6 times so far, and have said revived each time.
I can hear it in your voice that you're slowing down.
Yeah. So, if anything, the power of the EPs is starting to catch. But, definitely, this has been truly wonderful. And, without further ado, is there any backstory to this clip?
I forgot what happened here.
Wait.
Oh, yep. So what happened was, well, I mean, you should let the clip
this is a
kind
problem.
of, yeah.
Let's see if I can get that. Basin.
Oh, there's a turn.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's a problem. Oh,
I think-
Zen, they don't see anything.
Oh. Sorry about that. Wait, why is it? Hold on.
Whoops.
Why did it? There we go. Let's rewatch for people in chat. Sorry about that.
Oh, this is a problem.
They're not seeing.
How?
Let's see if I can.
Wait, why is it? Oh my lord.
They're seeing your dashboard.
Hi. Can Zen Zen throw? Can Zen Zen throw this entire dashboard into the lake? Hold on. Remove OwO. Twitch Opera retrieved. There we go. And one more time for those at home. Can you all see it now?
Ah, there it is.
You need it. Solid, solid. Right now, the dashboard is nice, but it would be great underwater. Yeah. Especially because it keeps resetting. But back to the clip.
Oh, this is a problem. Let's see if I can get that. Okay. Basin.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's a problem. I think. Woo! Okay. Yeah.
Oh, this is a problem.
Okay, real quick, Hook.
What's up?
Didn't actually know that could, like, new turrets could spawn, like, close to the entrance, but didn't know they could do that where there's, like, on both sides of the room.
Oh, there you don't know the half of it.
Oh, God.
Like I've seen ones where like there's a turret on one side of like the hallway and then there's another one on the other side of the hallway, so you're dodging around the corner and trying to get out of eyesight of it when you're in sight of another turret.
Oh, God. So, it sounds like Zen Zen didn't even get, like, the foot in the door when it comes to this game, because I haven't even seen the loot bug yet.
Oh, if you haven't, then yeah, no, you need to get on that. Also, can anyone hear the
Hey,
the stream in the Twitch? Because I took a little peek of it and it sounded very quiet. I'm not sure if it was just for me.
hey, chat, real quick, can y'all hear the clips? If you can hear the clips, please let us know. If you cannot hear the clips, also please let us know. Did y'all hear that last clip? While we wait for that. Well, just to be safe, I think it'll be best if we can hear them.
Okay. Thanks, Neon.
Thank you, Neon. And this one's gonna autoplay because I haven't clicked into it yet since booting up the PC. That may not be funny, but...
That's not funny. That is not funny, Soul. That is not very funny.
Now that's funny.
Oh my god. Okay. That's beautiful.
So, since you're new, Soul was back on the ship. He can control the turrets, mines, and doors, and he shut the door on me. I think just to get in my head, like, oh, I went through here a dozen times.
Hmm.
And I was like, yeah, very funny, Soul. Can you open it now?
Hmm.
Because it was a dead end. I couldn't get anywhere else, so I was trapped there.
If anything, the turret right after is just, it's beautifully timed. Like, real talk. There'd be a handful of times on your stream where it's Chef Kiss Moi perfectly timed. Believe if remembering right, there's another. Maybe trying to remember, but no, one of these clips is perfect. Is another perfect time. Though, huh? And these ones are just labeled Twitch, so these are gonna be randoed. Boop.
Oh boy.
Am smart. I believe this was Half-Life.
Half-Life 1.
E. Kerboop. Oh wait, is the audio muted? Yes, it is. This is one of the clips that clicked into and mute it. Alright, so what?
Freaking idiot. Man, who's calling an idiot? Oh my god, stop. Stop making me think I'm not smart. I am smart. Stop making me. What are you?
See, Hook, you are smart.
For context, that rail was I was taking damage from that rail. That's why I died.
So, we can say the events were shockingly good and you had a blast.
Essentially.
Now on to the other unnamed.
Alright, seems like I cleared the area out. Alright, seems like I.
See, like the look on your face for that one.
I was genuinely surprised.
Like, you went from feeling safe to absolute shock.
Because like he as soon as I turn around, he went and shot me. Like he was I was in his sight for like a good like 2 seconds.
If anything, almost tempted to see if we could see the guy as you enter the room.
Alright, seems like I cleared the area
Nope.
out. Alright.
So, real talk. Were they trying to be polite and give you time to look at the room? Or were they being assholes by waiting?
I don't know.
Because normally the enemies try to light you up like a Christmas tree on fire. But here they're like, we're just gonna wait for the jump scare value. Running while standing up. Boop.
Oh yeah.
Standing upright while running
So,
fast, which makes
with this
the
model,
spot
this
seem
is
more
from my lore
creepy.
video.
But whether
Eh?
supernatural or not, the video is a total mystery.
Wait a minute. They're standing upright while running fast. That's just called running, my dude. What?
The footage was sent to me by
They're standing upright. Well, that's just running, my guy. My brother in Christ.
My dude.
I'm sorry.
You're running. Do you not run while standing up?
I'm sorry, your reaction.
That it seems to be standing upright while running.
See, real quick, you run while standing up?
Don't you?
Shit, have been doing it wrong for years then. See, have been running while crab walking.
Ah.
Just, the first step is you just have to give up on having a physical spine. Then you have to do kind of like the exorcism girl, but just slightly different to make it so that you don't accidentally summon them.
Only the TF2 fans will know about that joke.
Chill. That is just running. Though, weird thing to go on before we get into the last clip. So, you know Phasmophobia, right?
Yes.
Did you know that... Don't know if they fixed this, but essentially speaking, if you were to crouch and run backwards, did you know that that was the fastest the player could go?
I didn't know that.
Essentially speaking, by crouching and running backwards, you could actually outrun pretty much the entire Ghost Pokédex.
What?
Like, instead of burning through your stamina and going through, let's say maybe a room and a half, you could actually cut through pretty much the entire, like, go from the kitchen of Tanglewood to the front door in almost one burst.
That reminds me of that very bad truck game. The truck racing game.
Oh no, know which one you're talking about, where you go to the speed of light while going backwards, you clip through mountains.
Yep. And your speedometer is going from it just keeps going around like a clock.
Well, you see, real quick, you want to know my theory?
What's your theory?
Essentially speaking, this isn't about being a trucker. See, this guy's in purgatory, and when they go backwards, that speedometer is representing every time they lied in their life.
Wow.
They were busy with their fabrications and tales. And they're condemned now to forever backing up in a truck at the speed of light. Now on to the last clip of Hey Scram.
Car.
Hi.
How did you find me?
Where'd you go? Oh, bitch. Oh my god.
Get hooked.
I'm stuck. Bitch.
LMAO, I think that's the first time I heard him scream.
Huh. On a random note with this clip made me realize you don't tend to scream very often.
No.
Huh.
Like even when playing horror games, I usually like gasp or not really scream, but like anything like something like key coming out of nowhere when I'm trying to sabotage her. It's like, nope. But like most of the time in horror games, I tend to laugh at them.
Fair enough. If anything, for the most part, do know that, or at least have popped in on a few of your streams where you're watching at least the scary stuff on the YouTubes. And a handful of them at least can be quite easily debunked, if not questioned.
Yes. There was someone, I think either I clipped or someone else clipped, but basically it was like a baby being like a baby doll being uh it looked like it was a fishing hook being or some a fishing rod with a baby doll being run up and then falling down. That just made me laugh hysterically.
like real talk. My ass is
Hmm.
easily scared, but watching some of these videos, it doesn't get me to jump. It's just becomes a comedy at a point.
Yes.
Like, we're no longer at this, like, let's all agree. There's normal, there's Scooby-Doo stuff, there's slightly spoopy, and then there's the higher levels. We're somewhere in the Scooby-Doo level, but we're in a rather sub-level of Scooby-Doo where it's not even worthy of the mystery crew looking into it. Especially because a good chunk of it is like it's clearly staged. Yeah.
And then there's reality.
See, reality tends to be both the top level and the bottom level of the spoopy meter. Just because sometimes reality can be scarier. And holy fuck. But alright. With that said though, we are about at the end. So, real quick, Hook, do you have any last minute things that you would like to share with chat, or any last minute thoughts?
Anyone have any questions about my lore, my model, or anything else? Well, while we're getting to that, fun fact: I did the facial tracking for my own face.
Oh.
So when you like see me scream at that point, you can see that my ears go down from a certain way, and my mouth like goes all the way out instead of, or all the way open instead of like your usual V-roid mouth. Because if you see it on my abyss form instead of the forest, which the abyss is the forest Drakain one with the orange eyes, it's more static, but this one's a little bit more fluid.
Yeah, not gonna lie, was kind of wondering on that. Saw that and was like, wait, was that separately added in? Was it? Huh. That's a nice touch. Though, if anything, easily have to ask, how long did it take on the face?
Probably took, let's see, to do the blend shape for the face modeling. For the entire thing, like probably over a night, which is like at least 8 hours.
Okay.
But that's because I'm also doing a job on the side, so it could probably possibly be 5 total. And that's just to like move the face, like the lips over and back, and moving the jaw with the teeth and all that. But adding it to Unity and making it all work while having like the correct names down is very time consuming. Because because after stream I can throw you a video just to get an idea of what it is, because it's a long process. Because you have to do one side and then you have to do the other side, and it's like at least, I think it's 52 blend shapes you have to go through.
Oh. See, feeling we're touching up on just the surface level of things, and my fox brain is already starting to go brr. See, if you happen to hear a noise in the background over here that sounds like a fan malfunctioning, don't worry, that's not my PC, that's my brain.
Oh, something like.
Exactly. See, you nailed it. Though, as of tradition, though, do have one final question for you, and then we're gonna go on to the closing. So, normally speaking, when it comes to these interviews, usually tend to turn the raid cannon to the guest. Do you have someone in mind that you would like to fire everyone towards?
And are you asking me or are you asking?
Oh, asking you.
Ah.
Tonight, you, as my wonderful guest, you get to determine the path that chat will walk.
Well, would you like? There's not a lot of people I know, or at least who like there. I can definitely tell you there's a YouTuber on, there's a horror themed VTuber on. There is like there's some people I don't know, and then there's like one that I do know.
Yeah. Because right now, the entire chat's fate is in your hands.
Well, would you like to meet a lewd mechanic? Or would you like to meet someone else?
See, at this rate, you're catching my interest with the lewd mechanic.
Oh, really?
Because right now I'm kind of tied between lewd mechanic, and then you said there was somebody doing some horror or something spoopy.
Like they're a horror VTuber.
Ooh. See, at this rate, since we were kind of making fun of or poking fun at YouTube videos that are, the fake spoopy or the haunted videos, let's go with the horror VTuber, the spoopy.
Okay.
If you could be so kind as to send their name along for me.
I will. I personally don't know them, but I know them enough, or they know me by name, so. Because like I said before, not a lot of people I personally know are on, except for that one.
And then, of course, while we're starting to set up the raid, everyone in chat, please be sure to give Hook a round of applause and send all the love. And with that said, though, kerboop, let's begin the raid. Hook, thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for inviting me.
It's truly been a pleasure. And with that said, everyone in chat, thank y'all for joining in tonight's events. Y'all take care, stay safe, and keep being amazing. With that said, this is OwO Zen Zen and my wonderful guest, Hook, signing off.
Later, everybody.
All right, boop.